Good afternoon, class 11. Today is the fifth part of the second chapter, that is the aim of education or aims of education. We have already reached, we have already discussed in the previous class what is social education and what are the characteristics of it. As we know that the viewer and the supporters of social form of education or social aim of education, they are telling that the society is one and only exclusive medium and it is very important aim of education. So education is for society and society is for education. So here, after discussing that, we are coming to some shortcomings or some demerits of the particular social aim of education. Let's see what are they. Number one, social aim avoids the innate potentials of individual. See, the supporter of individual aim of education, they are telling that the society is being enriched by the individual, but they are enriching themselves only for the society, not for their own benefit. Now, if we consider education, if we consider learning, experience, day-to-day life, training, whatever we are getting from our parents, from our teachers, from the school or from the colleges, whatever it may be, see, we are enriching ourselves and we are enriching the quality which is hidden inside us. We all know that we are inborn by birth with some capacities and potentials. So here, if we consider only the development of the society, then we are totally ignoring the hidden capacity or the hidden talent which is dormant inside the mind or inside us, isn't it? So here we are dominating in the social aim of education. If we consider, we are dominating or suppressing the individual liking and disliking. So this is one shortcoming of social aim of education, that social aim is avoiding the innate potential of individual. So if we uh, know something, why should not we explore it, isn't it? So we have the capacity, we are exploring, we are developing ourselves for our benefit as well as the society. But as the supporter of the society is telling, no, it is only for the society, the individual will, individual power, individual capacity, all are being suppressed. That is why, that is the first point of the shortcoming of social aim of education. Next one, it aims at reaching the expectations of the society. See, it is very contemporary and relevant. Why I am telling, nowadays all are running behind good education, good learning, good service, good salary, good status. So it is not only the expectations of us, it is the expectations of the society, and we want to reach the expectations of the society, and thus some ill emotions are growing in the individual, even in case of child and even in case of the elders. They are trying to reach the expectations of the others, and we are running behind money and some more and more desire. The person who is incoming lakhs in rupees, his the expectation is becoming double. Even if a person who is at a very good stage of life, he is also running behind improving himself or herself. Though sometimes it is good, but sometimes it is becoming very harmful for the individual, because maybe what the society is expecting, I cannot fulfill the expectations, but they are not asking what I am, what I need, and what I can, what is my capacity, isn't it? So the expectations, what we are reaching or what we are targeting is the expectations of the society and not for the individual. According to the society, the aim of social education, the expectations is like that, that individual is developing for the development of the society. So the goal or the aim where they want to reach is at the top, and that may be very difficult for the individual to reach, because that is beyond its capacity. So that is the, I think you understand, that is the second point. Last point, too much much importance to the ruling class of the society. See, the as we know that educational affairs are being decided by the state, though it's not at all a political discussion, but we here, just as a negative point, we can say that to the ruling party we are putting too much importance, because education is individual is developing for the society. So we cannot deny both the part, even the state we cannot deny, and the individual development we cannot deny. If the individuals are not there, the society is incomplete, and without the society, the people of the society, the gathering, the general mass of the society will not get the support and protection. So both way it is needed. If we consider it as a social aim of education, education only aims at the society, then obviously it is too much putting stress on the ruling society or the ruling class of our society. So that is the, because education is always individualistic. You have your own option, you must learn according to your pace, though exams and everything is there, but learning right from the basis should be proper. So it is individualistic, we have no way to deny, and thus if we develop ourselves according to our wish, we don't have to reach to the expectations of the society, which is harmful according to the social norms and rules and regulations. So thus we can say that too much importance of the ruling class is given on the social aim of education. So this is all for today. Next day we will start with the final and last one, that is the national aim of education. What is the ultimate, because as we discuss national aim of education, you will see it is being considered as the ultimate aim of education, which is not only individualistic, not only socialistic, but it's a combined form of individual and social, and that is helping us to reach the benefit of the nation. That we will do in the next class. Thank you.